With a massive day on Friday, Nio finishing up almost 7% on the day. The good news does not stop coming in. We got a little bit of Nio news coming in this morning. We got Kevin right here, the stock dog, making his first appearance on the video. But let's go ahead and hop into it. But first, before we do, we ask you guys hit that sub button. It's the best way to stay up to date in all things Nio and support the channel. So Nio has won another award, shockingly, because of their outstanding service on their Nio app. They said it was rated the best user experience for their Nio app was named best user experience in its mobile web and app awards category for the Stevie Awards, which is actually a pretty big award because I was looking it up earlier before we started recording, and it's actually a pretty big award. So good for them. Hopefully that thing, they just keep racking in these awards. I know they won an award for their Nomi, or I think it's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, Nomi. They got an AI award for that, like best AI something, which is
right.
Which is awesome. We talked about that before. They're a car company and they're getting all these awards for other things. That just to me it shows that they just make quality products and products that people want to use. So that's
exactly.
That's awesome.
Exactly. And we've talked about their app before on this channel many times and many times over about basically how it's more than just an app for the car. Like a lot of car apps around here, I know you can just like start the car, you can pay your bill, you can maybe get a little news update about your car, stuff like that. But their app is a totally different thing. It's more about user experience. It gives you social networking, shopping, vehicle maintenance, anything Nio related, then they give you all of that information.
Yeah, so customers can leave reviews about their car and how they feel about it, and then other people that might be looking at a Nio can look at actual customer reviews. Like that's awesome because I think that's a huge thing nowadays. I mean, before I buy anything, I pretty much look at reviews. So
exactly.
Yeah, that's actually obviously going to help if people can see actual user experience.
Right. And we talked about it yesterday a little bit too, but the Nio app has 1.6 million registered users and over 200,000 daily users active. That's more than the cars that they sold. So that tells you something good, that they're like building this relationship with people who aren't even Nio owners. So I think it's just going to influence them more that, hey, when they're out and about, if they're having a really good time on this app, that, hey, they see a Nio car, that might persuade them a little bit more to buy that car because it's related to the app. So I think that is... Go ahead.
Yeah, if you start buying some of their Nio products as well, because they sell pretty much anything you would want, then people can see that it's quality and they just start falling in love with the brand, and that just leads them to buying a Nio car next, which is kind of the whole goal. So that's
exactly
they know what they're doing.
Exactly.
They're not dumb.
Exactly. But they said you could buy everything on there, from wine to luggage to towels to little model cars. Like you could buy so much on there. Again, it's just like an e-commerce website as well. So I think they're building a brand like Apple, and I think they're going to be the Apple of the EV market, and that's going to win them at the end of the day, honestly.
Yeah, for sure. They got to build up that customer loyalty and everything like Apple has, like crazy. But switching over to a different topic, I saw this article, pretty interesting article. The headline was "Nio outperforms Big Brother Tesla big time," and here's some information about it. Huh?
You gotta love it, man. You just gotta love the freaking news.
Yeah, but I mean, they make some good points because it says Tesla stalls while Nio speeds up, which is kind of true. It said over the past month, Nio stock is up 33%, and Tesla stock over that same period is down 3%. So,
thanks, Kramer.
Kramer over there. Good job. And it says this huge of a delta in performance has never happened before, where Nio is sustainably and significantly outperforming Tesla. Because a lot of times, Tesla's moving up a little faster than Nio, or they're kind of just following the same path. And another thing is that it says the fundamentals underlying Nio are dramatically improving while they are simply flatlining over a Tesla. And I don't disagree with this article because Tesla's cutting models, the Model Y base model and the Plaid Plus. They just slowly are increasing the prices of their cars. Like, just seems like every month it increases by like $1,000 or $500.
Right.
and just their China sales are really struggling. Like it's really bad. So yeah,
Right. I know.
Tesla.
I knew they just reported some like decent sales. I'd have to look at the article to find out what those numbers were, but they're still a little behind. You know, not doing too hot, and hopefully, you know, things work out on their end. But I mean, I guess it's kind of good for us here, and you know, with us holding on to Nio, because that's exactly what we want to see. We want to see Nio slowly start to catch up to Tesla. That way, they get a big name out there, because we don't want to. Obviously, you don't just want one big monopoly network. Like you have BMW, you have Volkswagen, you have all these other cars, but Nio, I feel like, is the first, well, aside from Tesla, is the next big true EV that they have no, you know, combustion motors. It's just strictly EVs.
And I saw a comment in our video. I might have already talked about this, but a few days ago, they're saying that the Nio run-up has already happened and that Nio wasn't going to blast off and everything. But you got to remember that Tesla didn't blast off at all until they were profitable. Right. And it looks like they're going to be profitable as soon as early next year for sure. So, yeah, hopefully. I mean, the big run-up probably hasn't even happened with Nio yet, which is just insane to think about.
Right. And I know we started to see some of this yesterday with the expansion into Europe. They got the approval. So that's going to be happening once they start delivering into Europe. This is just going to raise their numbers. And I think the Hong Kong market's coming up in August. So I think that'll be another decent catalyst for the stock to help run it up. That just means more investors are able to get into Nio that believe in it. But let's go ahead and look at the stock sheet as what it did for yesterday. And we'll kind of see what we can talk about where we think it's going next week. So looking at the stock, again, we did say at the beginning of the video that it ended up about 7% on the day, just under 7%. It is up a little bit after hours, but again, I'm not too concerned with after hours because of the fact that it's all going to change Monday morning. But we did draw these lines on our one live stream the other night, basically saying Nio's going to go one of these directions, which obviously the stock's only going to go up or down. But we basically predicted that if this stock went down and touched this $40 support, $41 support, and it fell below, I think we were going to see the 30s again, because we would lose that support. But luckily we had a breakout here, which just almost looks like a bull flag pattern right here, which came down to the end and then we blasted off again, and now we're pushing the $45, $46 resistance line, which we touched back here back in March. So if we can touch that and break through that again, I think we'll be at a fantastic point. And
then, I was really surprised Nio was up like crazy, because pretty much everything else in my portfolio was down on Friday. But I mean, there's just been so much ridiculously good news coming out of Nio. Another video we're making for tomorrow is about they're going to be making, it's actually confirmed that they're making like a pretty much $30,000 car. Which is just, that's massive. That is huge. So
it is huge.
Yeah, I mean, Tesla hasn't even done that yet. They've been talking about it forever, and it hasn't happened. So
doesn't happen until you make it happen, I guess.
Right.
But yeah, if we break past that 45, the next stop I think would be like this $50 mark. And once I think this is where the big thing kicks in. If we can break this 50, there's no telling where we're headed after that, because after the 50, it's just straight all-time highs.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happened last time. It just straight blasted off. So
exactly. I mean, we could probably go up in $5 increments. You can kind of see a little break here and a little break over here. But I think once we break that 50, that's going to show solid strength in the stock itself, and we're going to have a lot of FOMO kicking in, and that's when we're going to start to see this thing really go up, and we're going to start to see the $60, $70 price targets that a lot of these analysts have towards the end of the year.
Yeah, I think once we break even just past the 46-ish mark, that support or the resistance that we touched on Friday, I think once we get past there, it's going to just keep blasting off too. Because like you said before, FOMO is going to start kicking in with everybody. Big institutions are already buying in. They've been buying in on this last run up, but I mean, they're just going to keep buying more and more. But yeah, mainly FOMO and everyone freaking out and just, just freaking out that they're going to miss it, and they're all going to be piling back in. All the people that pulled out of tech and stuff to get into other stocks. And then now that these are starting to do good, they're going to be all just piling back in like mad. Yeah, I mean, everyone, I said this before, everyone was selling when it was in the mid-low 30s, and that's, you're doing the opposite of what you should do if you actually believe in Nio. You shouldn't have been selling. You should have been piling in, because, you sold at 35 and now you're going to be buying back in mid to high 40s. So that's not what you want to do. You're doing the opposite here.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Bob.
Yeah.
But that's going to wrap up this Nio news update. We hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, you know what to do. Hit that like, share, notification bell, all that good stuff down below. It really helps support the channel, and it keeps you guys up to date on all things Nio and stock market related news. But again, thank you guys so much for all your support you've given us so far. Again, we got links down in the description for Webull where you guys deposit, you guys open an account, you guys get free, I think it's a $200 stock, up to $200 stock. If you guys deposit $100, you guys get 2 free stocks valued up to $2,000. So who doesn't like free money? But we also got links down there for the merchandise where you can get yourself a cool t-shirt. And we got a link down there for the Patreon that gets you access to the Discord. So again, if you guys are interested in any of that, it's all down in the comment section and the first comment of the video. And again, thank you guys so much for your support, and we'll see you in the next video.